Welcome viewers of Nltv. I'm Rinki Gogoi and you're watching Nltv News now. Let us see the first headlines. Mon District Planning and Development Board held its monthly meeting at the conference room of the Office of Deputy Commissioner Mon. DC Tavasilan K. IAS chaired the meeting and Superintendent of Police Mon Imna Lensa IPS and District Head of Departments also attended meeting. Pukbang Subdivisional Planning and Development Board meeting held a reception program for new additional Deputy Commissioner Pukbang at DB Court Hall. Tiamaran Chang appointed as the new ADC. The police recovers 129 grams of suspected brown sugar from two drug smugglers from the Dimapur railway station. The two accused women held after 129 grams of brown sugar was seized. While addressing a rally in Manipur, Prime Minister Narendra Modi says in the last 5 years, BJP's double-engine government worked towards the overall development of Manipur. Modi says BJP's work in last 5 years laid the foundation for the next 25 years. PM Modi in Impal. Let's see more of the news in details. Pukbang Subdivisional Planning and Development Board meeting and reception program for new additional Deputy Commissioner Pukbang was held on February 21 at DB Court Hall. Notably, Tiamaran Chang has been appointed as the new ADC. Meanwhile, the board and Apuyemi public welcomed Chang with the assurance that citizens will extend cooperation. Furthermore, Chang sought full cooperation with discipline and coordination with each other to serve the area's people and emphasized on the need to improvise on education, medical facilities, water supply and other areas. Fire broke out at SP Complex Niamo Lotaro, Dimapur, opposite to Naga Council Office, Dimapur, on Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. According to the sources, the apartment was closed when a person called up the owner and informed about the fire incident. Fire brigade reached the spot on time and with the help of people in the locality, the fire was doused in time before it could spread any further. The fire is said to have started due to short circuit inside the room. No casualties were reported.
तो मैं आज आया तो ये थे आगे दे दिखाई देने से ना गोर जुला ला दो ये तो एसपी कॉम्प्लेक्स ये थे दिखा से ये तो एसपी कॉम्प्लेक्स थे ये तो वाला टॉप फ्लोर बिल्डिंग दे रूम एक तारे वॉशिंग मशीन जुले से शॉर्ट सर्किट पास करने हमें जाना है दिशे इंगोर ये तो एसपी कॉम्प्लेक्स तो ये थे ऑपोजिट टू रॉयल एनफील्ड शोरूम ये तो ऐसे इन्हें और ना ये तो रास्ता आया ला दो ये थे बस ऐसे बोले तो चर्च रोड ते ऐसे चर्च रोड तो नागा काउंसिल दिमापुर ऑफिस इतना ऑपोजिट ते ऐसे तो आमिया नेता इन्हें फायर ब्रिगेड खानवे ऐसे पुलिस खानवे भी क्विक रिस्पांस तान फाट ऐसे इंगोर ने एक्शन तो लुशो लुबी लाख भाल बा इतो फायर तो आरो भी स्प्रेड न हागे दे ये तो ला असर थे क्या मानवान तान मिलाई ने इतो जी तो फाट बन करो पारे शकुने अपने हंगे जाना दिया से इंगोर ने इतो जी तो भी डांगर डैमेज तो करो पारने खाली इतो को तो जी लाई से इतो रूम ते डैमेज करने रखी दिसे इंगोर ने तान भी खुशी जाना दिसे दिमापुर पुलिस आरो फायर ब्रिगेड खान इमान क्विक रिस्पांस फाट दिया करने भी तान भी खुशी से तान जाना दिसे
तो ये तक दुकान ते काम करो ना तो मॉर्निंग टाइम 8:30 देने का उलाई जैसा बंसन करने का उलाई से तो दुकान ते काम करे तो कुन एक जन पूरा फोन करेगा ना कुछ नहीं करना आग लगी ना ये तो पूरा आएगा ना सही से इनका कुछ और उसर ला मानो खान सब मदद करके ना निभा दिस ये तो जहाँ नहीं होले भी ये तो खान शॉर्ट निश्चित आसना ये तो पूरा हो पारे ने का और अमी खान दिन ते ना था के ना और मॉर्निंग ते जाए
Mokokung District Planning and Development Board is set to hold its monthly meeting on February 24 from 11 a.m. at the conference hall of ADC Planning, Mokokung. Deputy Commissioner Mokokung Lima Wapang Jamir has informed about the meeting. Meanwhile, all members have been requested to positively attend the meeting. Mon District Planning and Development Board held its monthly meeting on February 21 at the conference room of the Deputy Commissioner Mon. DC Mon Tavasalin K. IAS chaired the meeting, and Superintendent of Police Mon Imnalensa IPS and District Head of Departments also attended the meeting. Notably, board accepted the proposal for the upgradation of Hope Plant Private School, TZIT, up to Class 8. NSCNK Nikki Group has condoled the demise of its daughter Kumjuba Chang, who passed away on February 18. Notably, MIP says that late Kumjuba joined the National Service in 1993 and till his last breath served the nation with utmost sincerity and dedication. The faction stated that his selfless service for the nation shall be always cherished and honored. Furthermore, the group conveyed heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family members of Kumjuba. The Dimapur police recovered 129 grams of suspected brown sugar from two drug smugglers from the Dimapur railway station on February 21. Notably, the two accused women have been held after brown sugar was seized from them at the Dimapur railway station in Nagaland. They were suspiciously moving when the police personnel stopped them, and alert GRPS personnel of Dimapur police during a routine checking at the railway station noticed two women moving in a suspicious manner. And upon frisking, the police recovered 129 grams of suspected brown sugar. The Dimapur police, in a Twitter post, added that the smugglers have been arrested. Nagaland's COVID recovery cases surpassed new cases, with only 2 fresh positive cases reported on Monday. Dimapur reported 3 cases, Mokokung reported 2, while Paran reported 1 case. The cumulative tally of infections in the state now stands at 35,363 and active caseload stands at 230. Meanwhile, a total of 40 patients recovered from infection on Monday, and taking the total tally of recoveries to 32,904. Notably, the COVID death toll remained at 749, as no fresh fatalities were reported in the last 24 hours. Indian Red Cross Society Nagaland Kohima, touring to various districts in Nagaland, started from Siminu district, led by Vice Chairman IRCSN Suwatang Karseb and General Secretary IRCSN Dr. Nife Kirie, along with the Deputy Commissioner Siminu Dr. Zasekulio Chushi IAS, and distributed blankets and masks to 60 people at Siminu on 21st February 2022. District Disaster Management Authority Mokokung, under the aegis of Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority, organized a mock drill exercise in Mokokung on February 21. The exercise was carried out at Mayang Nokcha Government Higher Secondary School, Mokokung, and effect of an 8.5 magnitude earthquake at 10 a.m. was simulated. The operation was carried out by State Disaster Response Force personnel commanded by District Commandant HGCD Mulai Lam and National Disaster Response Force 12 Battalion personnel under Deputy Commandant Abhinav. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday arrived in Manipur to address a mega rally ahead of the first phase of polling on February 28 in this year's assembly elections. Modi, in his speech at the rally, stated that in the last 5 years, government has aimed to develop Manipur and the state has witnessed BJP's good governance as well as good intentions. In an attempt to woo the voters, Modi made it clear that NDA government believes that Northeast region is the growth engine for India. Targeting the Congress, he further said that the party made bans and blockages the main feature of Manipur. Lauding the Biren Singh government, he said that the BJP government has written a new chapter of change for Manipur, taking everyone forward. The youth has given up arms and is coming forward to lead the development surge. Continuing his dig at the Congress, he claimed that Congress leaders come to Manipur and make big claims, but make fun of the dresses and culture of Northeast India in other states. Congress divided Manipur between hills and valleys and played politics over it. They never worked on developing and improving connectivity in the region. Manipur is going to polls in 2 phases in February 28 and March 5, and the counting of votes will be held on March 10.
बीजेपी की डबल इंजन की सरकार ने मणिपुर के विकास का पूरी ईमानदारी से प्रयास किया है। आपने बीजेपी की गुड गवर्नेंस को भी देखा है और गुड इंटेंशन को भी देखा है। बीते 5 साल में हमने जो मेहनत की उसने आने वाले 25 सालों की एक ठोस मजबूत नींव बनाई है। कांग्रेस पार्टी नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोगों की भावनाओं को, यहां के लोगों की तकलीफों को कभी समझ ही नहीं पाई। ये एनडीए की सरकार है जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट को अष्टलक्ष्मी मानते हुए, भारत के विकास का ग्रोथ इंजन मानते हुए काम कर रही है। बीते 5 वर्षों में बीजेपी की डबल इंजन की
The Shastra Sima Bal personnel have rescued 8 persons, including minors from Gujarat, who were being held by a gang on the pretext of providing jobs. Alok Sharma, an official of the 24 Battalion, said that all the 8 persons, including minor girls and minor boys from Gujarat, have been handed to Railway Protection Force at the Kamakhya railway station in Guwahati. The victims were from Daranga Kalipur area in Assam's Baksa district. And in another political development in Meghalaya, former Congress legislator Bluebell Sangma, along with other individuals, joined the BJP in the presence of its state president, Ernest Mori. Notably, the others who joined the BJP include Refuse Sangma of Rongjeng, Joyson Marak, Rimjem Marak, and others. Meanwhile, the BJP claimed that the BJP has become a choice for many like-minded people who want to bring a change in Garo Hills. Furthermore, senior BJP leader Bernard Marak said that people are interested in joining the BJP because of the corruption of its alliance partners and anomalies faced in GHADC. He also claimed that in the 2023 elections, the BJP will have majority of the seats in Garo Hills. Union Minister and BJP leader Nitin Gadkari on Monday addressed an election rally in Ukhrul, Manipur, ahead of the Manipur Assembly elections. Gadkari remarked that this election will decide the future of the people of Manipur. Gadkari, while seeking people's support, stated that they cannot imagine the success of Atmanirbhar Bharat without the support of Manipur. Furthermore, Gadkari remarked that BJP government is giving the highest priority to development in Manipur. Meanwhile, Manipur is set to go to polls in 2 phases on February 28 and March 5. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar met Bangladesh counterpart Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen on Monday. Taking to Twitter, Jaishankar said that 2021 was a great year for the India-Bangladesh relationship and committed it to take to a higher level in 2022. Jaishankar is on a 3-day visit to France to attend EU Ministerial Forum for Cooperation in the Indo-Pacific. During his visit, Jaishankar met with French counterpart Jean-Yves Le Drian and French Defense Minister Florence Parly. He also met his New Zealand counterpart and exchanged perspectives on Indo-Pacific. Anis Khan, a student of Alia University in West Bengal, who had been an active part of the protests against the contentious CAA and NRC, was found dead near his residence in Howrah's Amta. On February 19, Khan's father filed an FIR and the case was registered under IPC Section 302 at Atma Police Station. Khan's family has alleged that a group of 4 men dressed in police uniforms had come looking for Khan and pushed him off the rooftop of the building. Anis Khan was said to have been reportedly receiving threat calls from members of TMC and had also filed a complaint in this regard. Following his death, protests erupted on Saturday night at Jadavpur University and Alia University, with around 600 students blocking the 7-point Park Circus crossing during the protest march. In Kolkata, according to the reports, Anis Khan was also a supporter and leader of the Indian Secular Front and was at the forefront of CAA-NRC protests held at the Circus Maidan. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee directed the committee to form an SIT under CS and DGP with CID and State Police and asked them to submit report within 15 days. The Moga police have registered an FIR against Sonu Sood under Section 188 of the IPC for the Model Code of Conduct for the Assembly elections. Sonu Sood has been accused of campaigning to influence the voters for his sister Malvika Sood. It has been alleged that Sonu was not a voter in the Moga Assembly constituency and therefore he was not authorized to move out and influence the voters or campaign for any political party or candidate. It may be mentioned that the Election Commission on Sunday restrained Sonu Sood from visiting polling stations in Moga over complaints that he was influencing the voters. India recorded 13,405 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours. The active case load stands at 1,81,075. Meanwhile, 34,226 recoveries were reported in the last 24 hours, taking the total recoveries to 4,21,58,510. Furthermore, current recovery rate now stands at 98.38%, while the daily positivity rate stands at 1.24%. Adding further fuel to the Russia-Ukraine border tensions, Moscow has reportedly stated that it is considering recognizing independence of East Ukraine separatist republics. Notably, Kremlin is reportedly considering to recognize independence of Russia-backed separatist-controlled provinces of Donetsk and Luhansk, collectively known as Donbas region of Ukraine. Meanwhile, tensions between Russia and Ukraine escalated further on February 21 after the Russian army claimed that it killed at least 5 saboteurs from Ukraine. Moscow claimed to have destroyed 2 Ukrainian infantry fighting vehicles that allegedly crossed into Russian territory. Meanwhile, Russia is reneging on its engagements to the global community through its recognition of rebel-held areas in East Ukraine as independent. German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock said on Monday that furthermore, India's permanent representative to the UN, T.S. Tirumurti, has said that the well-being of over 20,000 Indian nationals and students in Ukraine is a priority. Special flight of Tata-owned Air India is set to bring back Indian nationals, including students from Ukraine airport on Tuesday night. Indian nationals in Ukraine registered for return amid Ukraine-Russia crisis. Notably, Air India had earlier announced that it will operate 3 flights between India and Ukraine on February 22, 24 and February 26 for Indian nationals, upon which the first special flight Boeing Dreamliner AI-1947 with capacity of over 200 seats took off a flight from Delhi on Tuesday. Thank you, viewers of Nltv. That's all from Nltv News Now. But for more updates, keep watching Nltv. Somanulagawas.